See if this works. Hi there. I just wanted to let everyone know that there are refreshments downstairs, water, coffee, and water for tea. So everyone is welcome to help yourselves until the time of the service, okay? It's just right downstairs in our lounge. Thank you.
Thank you.
去喝点东西吧，一直都在这里，还有差不多1个小时才开始。昨天那个就对。在下面，在楼下。
Oh, duh.
Oh, was to get
Once that song is completed, Pastor Vicky here to my right will lead us in our time of, again, reflection and just celebration of Miss Wu. Thank you all again for being here.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Pastor Vicki Lovell, and I have a ministry in Dexter, Michigan called Living Red, and we're a healing ministry, and we help people to walk through challenging times. So it is my honor to be here with you today as we celebrate a beautiful life, and I'm grateful that each of you have joined us today to celebrate Bing-Hua. We are going to be having a range of emotions here, and I just want to give you permission to cry if you need to, laugh if you need to, whatever emotion comes up, allow yourself to feel that. this is a safe space to express it. So as we move into this moment of reflection, I invite you just to come into this present moment. You can take some deep breath and just bring yourself into the now. We're going to begin by reading her obituary so you can hear about Bing-Hua's amazing life. Bing-Hua Tsou passed away peacefully on April 19th, 2024, surrounded by her loving daughter and granddaughter and her loving dogs, Lucky and Happy. She was 88. Bing-Hua was born on April 14th, 1936, in the city of Tianjin, China, to a large, historically significant family. It was a time of great turmoil. Inside her home country, both the Sino-Japanese War and a civil war were brewing, and outside, World War II was about to rage. She had a comfortable childhood and adolescence, protected by the capable stations of her parents and family. She was led to pursue classical music, particularly the piano, from an early age, attended the top music conservatories in the country, and studied under some of the best Chinese and Russian concert pianists of the period. Over time, she matured into an accomplished young pianist and teacher at the Shanghai Conservatory of Music. But the protective walls of her family eventually could not withstand the violent currents of history. For over a decade, around the middle of the 20th century, as her post-war homeland closed its door to the rest of the world and plunged itself into an era of darkness, Bing-Hua found herself, through no action of her own, swept into the center of the maelstrom. She was separated from her parents and most of her relatives, then lost all her material possessions, including her piano, her career, her husband, and almost her first child. Bing-Hua faced adversity with iron will. She did not succumb to the dire circumstances. She endured, adapted, toiled, and recreated a new family. She shielded her children from harm. She even slowly rebuilt her teaching career. As the new dawn finally came to her home country at the end of the 1970s, as China reopened its doors to the world, Bing-Hua seized the first window of opportunity to chart a different course for her family and to create a better future for her children. On July 29, 1981, she led her family to the United States, landing in Ann Arbor, Michigan, with only a handful of suitcases. Starting life from scratch in the new world as immigrants was not smooth sailing. In fact, she soon realized that she landed into another storm, America. Especially its industrial center, Michigan, was suffering through one of the worst recessions in recent history. Again, Bing-Hua met adversity with determination and hard work. Through sheer will and grit, she created another new life for her family. Against all odds, she even resurrected her piano teaching career in the new world, becoming, at the height of her teaching career, one of the most respected and sought-after piano teachers in Ann Arbor. As many of her students came to know and appreciate, sessions with Bing-Hua were not only piano and music lessons, but lessons on life. For almost half of her life, Bing-Hua wrestled with diabetes, but she never let it subdue her. She always kept it under control and at bay against medical odds until the end. The one love in the latter part of her life, besides her children and grandchildren, was ballroom dancing. She went on to countless ballroom dancing competitions and almost always took home the top award in her age category. She danced well into her 80s, her movements defying age, defying diabetes. In her dancing attire, shining on the dance floor, she was transformed back into the blissful joy that was always her true self. She could laugh at the adversities of life and proclaim, "I have not only survived, but I am thriving. I am dancing." Although small in physical stature, standing at only 5 feet, she was a tower of strength, a testament of the precious human spirit that can never be broken. And Bing-Hua is survived by her beautiful family and each of you who are with us today. Thank you for being here. We begin with the word of gratitude for the life of Bing-Hua and for the love and laughter she shared and the memories we hold dear as we seek comfort and strength. And in this season of grief, let us be reminded of the beauty in the life that she lived. May we find solace in the community that's here today, gathered as we celebrate the good that she brought into this world. As we remember her, we're reminded of the preciousness of life, the impact one soul can have on so many, and the impression she left on each of you. May we honor her memory by living with laughter, love, and compassion, and by cherishing the joy-filled, tender moments each of us had with Bing-Hua. Thank you. We continue now with remembrances by her family. I invite Jenny to come forward. Whichever you want to.
You guys can go first.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Are you coming with?
You can adjust the mic if you need to.
Okay, thanks. All right. Bing-Hua Tsou, also known as our grandmother, or more fondly Abu, was a pivotal part of our upbringing. She was caring, thoughtful, and a very generous individual that we were lucky to grow up around for our childhood and early adult years. She would often show her love in unconventional ways, like keeping boxes of mints in her purse to give out, getting lunch for her friends and family, or buying all her granddaughters matching necklaces for their birthdays. Her decisions altered the trajectory of the Tsou Huang family, for which we are eternally grateful, and we wouldn't have had the boundless opportunities and support without the sacrifices that she made. She touched and inspired many, including all of us in this room. Though she may not be here with us, we hope that she will continue to inspire you to dance through life and to stop to listen to the piano. We would like to thank you for attending today and celebrate the life of Bing-Hua. Do you want us to stand?
I am Jenny, and I am Bing-Hua's daughter. And Mom, I want you to know you mean the world to me. Only a heart as kind as yours would give so unselfishly. Thank you for always being there when I needed you. You are my rock, my anchor, my teacher, and my friend. And now you're in heaven. You're my guardian and angel. Thank you for always loving and guiding me through life's courses. And even though you are no longer here with me, I can still feel your love and strength leading me, keeping each beat steady through the rhythm of my life. There are no words that can describe how I feel now, because you have already written the song that describes your unconditional love that will forever remain in my heart. I promise to continue the strong foundation you've built, and I want to make our next generation proud to be a part of our family. And most importantly, I want to extend my sincerest appreciation to everyone that took precious time out of your lives to attend my mom's celebration of life today. And now her ending will be blessed with eternal happiness. 谢谢各位参加我妈妈这次送她最后一程，非常感谢大家来参加。
Well, I'm the oldest of the family now, and I wanted to really thank you from my mom's heart for all of you today to be here. I know that she meant different things to all of you, and she meant probably something very special to all of you in your ways. And there are a number of her students here, and there are many students who could not be here, but one in particular who is now watching from Sydney, Australia, and he has been mom's student for over 50 years. And I think a lot of you here know, as students, that she was not just a piano teacher, but she always wanted to teach you life and how to be a good person. So I'm gonna say on this student, whose name is Zhang Wei in Shanghainese, Zhang Fan in Putonghua, and Jimmy in English, that he loved you. He really loved you as his own mother. And he knows that you're in a good place now. He wanted you to go well. And he knows that you're happy and dancing in heaven. So that's what he wanted to say to you. Now, it's time for me to say, it's very difficult for me to say what I need to say. Here he goes. Mom, you brought me into this world when the world was most unkind to you, and you almost lost me. So I know that when you first helped me, you saw not despair, but hope. That is why you held me so tightly throughout your life, so tightly that you almost crushed me. But I cannot be crushed, for I'm strong like you. Instead, from the intense pressure, a diamond has been created. To me, your legacy is strength. When I look inside myself, when I look at Jenny and each of your grandchildren, I see that same strength of spirit expressed in uniquely different ways in each of them. We need this strength to go through this often turbulent world. And for that, we will always be grateful for your lessons on life. On the morning after Jenny told me you left, I know you came to me. I woke up with an urge to go north. And Nam said we should go to that ancient waterfall. Before we reached the waterfall, Nam guided me into a flower shop I didn't know existed. In a valley surrounded by majestic mountains. In there, I was subconsciously pulled to one corner of the shop, where among all the roses of different colors, there was one single beautiful yellow rose by itself. I knew that was you. I took you to the foot of the ancient waterfall, and I held you in my hands. I saw on one side water crashing down with such force that it overcame everything in its way. And on the other side, the same water becoming a calm stream flowing toward the magnificently sunlit beyond. There, at that moment, I understood. You overcame so many obstacles in your life, carrying such heavy load, and I shared the burden with you. You did your very best. Now it is time to let go, to be free, to return to that eternal joy and love. So I released you. I put the beautiful yellow rose into the water and I watched you dance away. That night in my dream, I saw an oracle of light. I asked him, "What is the secret of death?" The wise replied, You will not find it unless you seek in the heart of life. For life and death are one, just as the river and the sea are one. What is it to die but to stand naked in the wind and to melt into the sun? What is it to stop breathing but to free the breath from its restless tides, so it may rise and expand and return to the source of eternal bliss? Mom, I know you are in the embrace of love and freedom now. I woke up with a lingering thought in my mind. When was the last time I truly hugged you with pure tenderness? When the memory came, it returned me to myself as that little boy. You must remember, I'm hugging you again like that now. I searched for a song I want to dedicate to you, and the universe sent me the one that I'm about to play. It goes out to you and to all the other moms in this room. The song is simply titled, Mom.
Little baby told God, hey, I'm kinda scared. Don't really know if I wanna go down there. From here it looks like a little blue ball, but that's a great big place, and I'm so small. Why can't I just stay here with you? Did I make you mad? Don't you want me to? And God said, oh child, of course I do. But there's somebody special waiting for you. So hush now, baby, don't you cry. 'Cause there's someone down there waiting, whose only goal in life is making sure you're always gonna be alright. A loving angel, tender, tough and strong. It's almost time to go meet your mom. You'll never have a better friend or warmer touch to tuck you in. She'll kiss your bruises, your bumps and scrapes, and anytime you hurt, her heart's gonna break. So hush now, babe, don't you cry. 'Cause there's someone down there waiting, whose only goal in life is making sure you're always gonna be alright. A loving angel, tender, tough and strong. It's almost time to go meet your mom. Now when she's talking to you, make sure you listen close, 'cause she's gonna teach you everything you'll ever need to know. Like how to mind your manners, to love and laugh and dream. And she'll put you on the path that'll bring you back to me. So hush now, little baby, don't you cry. 'Cause there's someone down there waiting, whose only goal in life is making sure you're always gonna be alright. A loving angel, tender, tough and strong. Come on, child, it's time to meet your mom.
When I go, don't learn to live without me. Just learn to live with my love in a different way. And if you need to see me, close your eyes or look in the shadow when the sun shines. I'm there. Sit with me in the quiet and you will know that I did not leave. There's no leaving when one soul is blended with another. When I go, don't learn to live without me. Just learn to look for me in the moments. I will be there. So when I had the pleasure of meeting with Bing-Hua's family and chatting about their mom, one of the things that really stood out to me is what a beautiful artist she is. And an artist is not just someone who is inspired, but one who does the inspiring. She was truly that. And looking around and seeing all of you here, it's obvious that she's inspired countless people. So I loved hearing her stories of being this tiny little spitfire who was a pillar of strength in the world. She wasn't handed an easy life by any means, but she certainly fought through it, and she showed that inner strength that each of us have. What I love is there was no obstacle that was too big for her. And she was able to take even the most dire appearing circumstances and recreate life in those moments. And she didn't just do it once, she did it multiple times. And I sit, every time I get to do a celebration of life, I sit with that person's energy. And I have to tell you, sitting with hers, I just felt this hope swell in me. There was this feeling of, I don't want to say fire in my belly, and I feel like that must have been what motivated her to get through. That there was just something that pushed her forward, that when it seemed like all hope was lost, she knew how to find it. And I think that is beautiful because she didn't act as a victim, but as a victor. And she used this adversity in her life as fuel for her creativity. So where there was no words to express her emotions, she would turn to music and dance. And that became her expression in life. How she was able to use these avenues to excel. And she was a concert pianist, and she was able to be a champion ballroom dancer. And she was able to take those hurts that were deep inside and translate them into something beautiful. This is what made her interesting. And challenges have a way of making life interesting, but what's more important is how we overcome those challenges to make our life meaningful. Bing-Hua's life was full of meaning. She was a true overcomer. And yes, she was an artist, and she used her lessons to not just teach the art, but to teach life, as we've heard, to each of you, to the people she loved, to her students, to her friends. So life well lived is one that you can look back upon and you can reflect and you can see the legacy unfolding. And when I look into each of your eyes, I see her legacy unfolding. So this beautiful soul, she sacrificed so much for the people that she loved. You are beneficiaries of that. And I'm sure as her family has expressed their gratitude, you are grateful for the way she touched your lives. So this is a day when we can sit back and reflect on the ways that she's impacted you. This is when we get to go forth from here sharing that piece of her with the world. Because you can't be separated from the love that you share. Many of you that are her family, you literally share her DNA. You really can't separate from her because a part of her lives within you. But those of you that have been touched by her love and have been impacted, you too share a piece of her. So I encourage you to go forth from today sharing that love. You can honor her. And one way of doing that is taking life and just attacking it face on, head on like she did. Let no challenge be too great for you. I invite you to really recognize the strength that you have inside of you, like she has inside of her. You get to create the life that you dream of, much like Bing-Hua did over and over again. Play music. Inspire others. And more importantly, always, always dance. Let your heart sing in her honor. We continue with the reading, We Danced Through Life by Bernard Calacerdo. We danced among the stars that night when joy had fallen far from sight. We danced under the sun so bright, and when all seemed lost, we held on tight. We danced to the music of the hummingbirds, and we danced in the silence when there were no words. We danced in the shadows of fear and doubt, and we danced when we questioned what life was all about. We danced among the evergreens that posed for painters' winter scenes. We danced in the winter's bitter chill, and when we danced, our world stood still. For that's what love was meant to be, to find the dance that we cannot see, to write a new song when the music stops, with lyrics that caress every tear that drops. For when the rhythm changes and the tempo slowed, we're called to dance with the seeds we sowed. For life is hard, there is no doubt, but dancing through it is what life's about. This is the part of the service where we recognize that we all come from love, and the goal on this earth is to share that love. And now we give back her spirit to love. So it's called the commendation of spirit, and this is where we get to send all of our love up to Bing-Hua, and we get to send those prayers and those thoughts and that love to her, knowing that she has been reunited with the creator of love. There's a quote from Ralph Waldo Emerson. What lies behind you and what lies in front of you pales in comparison to what lies inside of you. And I think it's fair to say what was lying inside of Bing-Hua was something much greater than this earth could provide. She comes from a deep source of love. So friends, I invite you to send your love this way as I share these words. Thank you, Bing-Hua, for shining the light within you as brightly as you did on your earthly journey. May your energy live on as your spirit continues to have a ripple effect on the world. Rest in peace and rise in glory where pain and suffering are banished and life and joy are yours forevermore. Keep dancing, blessed one. Amen. And receive this blessing for you. May the sun bring you energy every day, bringing light into the darkness of your soul. May the moon softly restore you by light, bathing you in the glow of restful sleep and peaceful dreams. May the rain wash away your worries and cleanse the hurt that sits in your heart. May the breeze blow new strength into your being, and may you believe in the courage that dwells within you. May you dance gently through the world, keeping Bing-Hua with you always, knowing that you are never parted in the beating of your heart. Thank you for being present here today. This is where your words become balm to the souls of her family. Keep telling your stories. Today is a blur. Today is a blur because there's so much love being poured in at once. But in the days ahead from now, your words are going to be needed. So continue to share your stories. Continue to speak her name. Let her legacy live on. And be well. Our friends from NIE are going to come in with final instructions. And we're going to, as we do our dismissal, we're going to be hearing a song that we hope just plays in your ears for the rest of the day as you continue to think of Bing-Hua. God bless you.
Thank you, Pastor Vicky, for your kind and supportive words here today. This does conclude the service here at the funeral home. Our associate Sarah will be in the back, starting with the rows in the back, to come forward to pay your final respects to Miss Wu. On behalf of the family, I would like to thank everyone in attendance here today, and as well as on the live stream, for also just supporting them through this time again. At this time, we will begin that dismissal. Thank you.
And I hope